Well, this is weird, isn't it? Hi, in case you don't recognise me or don't know who I am, my name's Effie and I haven't filmed a YouTube video in a very long time. In fact, you've never seen this background because I moved here in June. I now live with my partner. I didn't set up my camera. I didn't set up my filming room. I ignore the mess, please, because if I don't film this now, I won't film it. I am attempting to get back into YouTube in 2026. We will see how it goes. We're starting with a Project Pan video. I did do Project Pan last year over on TikTok and I have been posting on TikTok okay-ish over the past year. Really the only reason I haven't been posting on YouTube is because I stopped filming for a little bit and then I moved here and then I never set up my filming space on my camera because I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. But I'm hoping that now if I just jump in and do the first one, I'll do it a bit more often. You'll have to let me know what you think about like this camera setup because you are a bit higher than you normally are and obviously the background isn't great and I do normally have a light but it's currently charging, but like I said I just need to get through this video. So we're going to do Project Pan, we're going to start our Project Pan for 2026. If that sounds interesting to you, please do just keep on watching. I may mention a few things about what I'm doing, where this channel's going, things like that, but mainly Project Pan. Let's get into it. It feels so weird filming. Starting with eye primer, we've got the 17 eye primer. This is an alright eye primer, I don't dislike it. I pretty much stick to my Beauty Bay eye base most of the time and I know that I need to actually work through some of my other eye primers. For eyeshadow, I have set myself a little bit of a challenge. I've picked the Beauty Bay Bright Mattes, and the reason I've picked this is because it actually already has two pans in it, this brown shade here and this pink. The pans have been there for a while. I just think I can hit a few more pans. I particularly think this top row could be hit quite a bit. Maybe the oranges, maybe the pinks. I want to start wearing a little bit more colour to work, so this may help. What am I going to do today? I might just do a brown just so I can show you what these colours look like on me for work and things like that. I will try and address the lighting and things like that over the year if I stick to filming. Big if. In terms of what I plan on doing with YouTube is I'm basically coming into 2026 full force. I'm doing my best. It's currently, as I'm filming this, still December. I'm doing my best to pre-film, pre-upload on here and on TikTok, and I'm actually going to try and return to Instagram, but just in a kind of different way. And by that I just mean that I won't be posting as much content of me doing my makeup on Instagram. It'll more be like flat lays, product reviews, things like that. Because I honestly don't know what Instagram wants anymore. I don't really know what YouTube wants anymore. I don't know what this world is like. So I am planning to return here. I'm planning to post twice a week, Wednesdays and Sundays. Which may sound like a lot considering how I haven't posted in months, but go hard or go home, I guess. I will be posting another Project Pan video at some point this month because I'm doing this Project Pan and then maybe 3 or 4 other Project Pans, which sounds like a lot, but I'm also putting myself on like a low buy, so I don't plan on buying loads of makeup this year. I plan on replacing makeup that I use up or declutter, but I don't want to grow my collection anymore. I do have makeup that I've already bought that I still need to test, and that's fine. It's just no more after that kind of thing. I will be posting a 2025 makeup favourites because I feel like that will kind of get us back aligned in a nice way. Like, you guys can see what I'm using at the minute, be it whether Project Pan or favourites wise. I'll be doing a couple of testing videos. I want to talk more about like makeup releases. I know so many people used to do like yay or nays, buy or buy, yes or pass sort of thing. It's going to be that kind of thing where I go through what makeup releases are coming out each month and whether or not I think they're worth it, because I feel like I've grown in terms of my makeup opinions a lot over the last year. As always, if there is any sort of content that you want me to do, let me know and I'll try my best. I do still want to test makeup on this channel. It just might not be as often. I just want to focus more on creating a collection of makeup that I know I love everything in it. And then on TikTok, it's going to be more playing with makeup, doing fun stuff with makeup, wearing makeup, showing you guys how it works, things like that. I also want to do a bit more like educational content on TikTok, so we'll see how that goes. I've always said that I don't do a lot of educational content because I'm not that well educated in makeup, but then I also kind of remember that there's people that are a lot less educated in makeup than I am. You don't wake up knowing everything there is to know about putting makeup on your face. So I should share what I do know in the hopes that it helps somebody. So if you're interested in that, check out my TikTok. I'm going to go in with a little bit of the black just to really deepen it up because, like I said, I'm looking really washed out in my monitor. So I don't know what it's going to look like when I've actually like edited it. So just to make sure you can actually see that there is eyeshadow on my face. This isn't the brush that I want. This is the brush that I want. Yes, some of you may be wondering like how my life in general is going outside of social media. I know some of you won't be interested at all, so feel free to just stick me on mute for 5 minutes. But essentially, life's going pretty fine. Like, nothing major. Like I said, I moved in with my boyfriend in June. We have been living together ever since. That's going relatively well. Like, there's always going to be hiccups, but it's fine. I started a new job in May. I don't love it, but it pays the bills. For those of you that don't know, I am an accountant. I'm a qualified accountant, and that is what I do 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I don't know if that's what I want to do anymore, which is difficult, but I'm sticking with my job for now because obviously bills to pay, want to buy a house at some point in the future. So I'm just sticking with it for now. And to be fair, it's very short commute from work to my house and vice versa, which helps. I get to come home at lunch. I'm getting kittens hopefully in March time, so I'm sure you will see them if I'm still filming then. Now I want a shimmer, and part of the reason why I chose this eyeshadow palette is because it is fully matte, so I can use my single shimmers or liquid glitters and things like that to mix it up. I'm gonna go for this one, which is the Beauty Crop Glow Milk Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Prosecco. I am not including this as part of my project pan. I'm going to be mixing it up quite a lot, but I got this as part of their advent calendar. I did do advent calendar unboxings on my TikTok, and then I also reviewed all the products that I kept throughout December. I also did the like Glisten Cosmetics advent calendar and actually did a wet liner look every day in December. It was a lot, but I was so proud of myself when I finished that because I've never been that committed to something. That definitely helped with like wanting to come back to YouTube. I realised that I truly dislike work and my job. Like the people I work with are fine. The work is manageable. I just know that this is my true passion, and so as much as I don't expect to ever be able to do this full time, I just view this as a hobby that keeps me sane and gives me something creative to do. I also read a lot more now. My friends got me into reading and I bought a Kindle and now I read almost constantly. I'm also back in the gym and I started running last year, which isn't me at all, but I ran a 10k. I did it injured, but I did it, and that's the main thing. Moving on to base, and we're starting with the Bourjois Healthy Mix Primer. I have had this in my collection for so long, and honestly, I feel like when I picked the products to go into my project pan, I didn't actually look at my collection. I just thought about what products do I know I've had for a very long time, and this one came to mind. And hopefully I can get this used up, because I don't love this. I don't hate it. It's not that bad. I just don't feel very strongly towards it. So I'm actually going in with concealer, and I've picked the Made by Mitchell Bulk Balm in BB3. I already have pan in this, quite a heavy pan to be honest. But the reason I'm going in with this now is because the way I like to use this is actually under foundation, just on top of any spots and blemishes that I have, just to give them that little bit extra coverage under the foundation. For the purpose of this video, I will use this on my under eyes, but normally I wouldn't, and going forward in this project pan I won't. I will just use it on my spots and hope to use it up, and then I'll just use whatever concealer I want under my eyes, and I think that's fair. Then for foundation, I've picked the Makeup Revolution IRL filter in the shade F3. I like this foundation. It has pretty good coverage, which you're about to see. It's just F3 I don't think is my shade. When I first put it on, I think it looks fine, but very quickly I think it turns a bit more pink. And I kind of have a neutral undertone, which means that it's kind of a mixture between pink and yellow. And this just, in the end, looks a bit too pink on me. Can't remember why I picked F3. And for some reason, I have like a few Makeup Revolution foundations in F3. I think I thought that F2 was too light for me. So I know, I'll just go up to F3, not checking the undertones of the products, and F3 is more pink toned, whereas F2 is neutral. Makeup Revolution just doesn't do it for me anymore. They don't seem to be doing anything too exciting, and I'm just not really I've not bought anything from them in such a long time. I didn't even get their advent calendar because I kind of don't like their advent calendar. Just going back in with the Balm under my eyes. For cream bronzer, I've picked this from the Kiko. It's actually from the advent calendar last year. I didn't get their advent calendar in 2025. This is the Holiday Wonderlight Bronze Signature Contour Stick. The reason I've picked this, and I do have to be very careful with it, is because it's actually broken. It's like snapped right at the bottom, so I have to be very careful with it. But also, it's really, really cool toned. So I think my best chance of getting this used up will 100% be in winter, because I can't really use such a cool toned contour in summer. You need to bronze up, or I need to bronze up in summer, that's for sure. I could maybe decant it, but A, I don't know how to do that, and B, I'd probably do it wrong. How have you guys been? I know that there are some people that watch my videos that genuinely do watch all of my videos and, you know, say nice comments and things like that, which I think is lovely. I'm so sorry for leaving you, but if you wanted to leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing, I'd really appreciate that. I feel like YouTube is such a different community to TikTok and Instagram. I feel like you actually, well, probably you know me a lot better than people on TikTok and Instagram, because I do longer videos here and just ramble away. But also I feel like, I don't know, it's a lot more wholesome here. People, when they comment, they actually mean it. I don't know. For cream blush, I've gone for the Glisten Cosmetics Blooming Blush in Peach Me. Honestly, 2025 was a year of me really, really falling in love hard with Glisten Cosmetics. They're such an amazing brand. And they stock, like, other great brands now as well here in the UK, which makes it so much easier to get hold of them. And this blush is like my perfect peachy blush. I think, I know a lot of people would prefer to go for like pinky blushes in winter, like those cool toned baby pinks. I don't think they suit me, so I much prefer like one of these really pale peachy shades. I'm so sorry if my camera quality is really bad. I reckon if I stick to filming, big if, I will upgrade my camera quality. I might even buy a new camera. If I'm still filming at the end of the year and still posting, I will buy a new camera. For powder, we've got the Vitamin Babe setting powder by the Beauty Crop in shade 0 transparent. This is a really, really good powder. I also have it in pink, which I don't love as much, but I do love the translucent shade. And honestly, powder is one thing I've really flown through this year, especially during summer. I just powder down so much because the last thing I want is for everything to slip and slide off my face. I even bought the Laura Mercier translucent loose baking powder, and I bought it in August because I had a wedding to go to in September, and I was doing not only my makeup but also my boyfriend's mum and his 2 sisters' makeup. And his mum and one of his sisters are just a lot more tanned than me, so I didn't want to risk doing like a powder like this, because also this has flashback, so I couldn't really use this because flash photography is a wedding, and it was like my boyfriend's auntie's wedding, so all of them were going to be in like so many photographs, and I was like, I need a good setting powder. My friend recommended the Laura Mercier one, so I was like, fine, I'll bite the bullet. I was going to go for the Charlotte Tilbury one, so I was aiming to spend like a pretty penny, but I wanted one that was going to be good. So I asked her and she said the Laura Mercier was really good. One thing I didn't consider, she's more tanned than me. So I think I like it. It is a good powder. It's meant to be translucent and I don't think it is. I think it's like a smidge too yellow. That's a bit of a letdown. I do like it, I do still use it. It was actually in my project pan for the final quarter of 2025. So I've used it a lot. For bronzer, we have the Studio London You Matter pressed powder in number 6. This is one of those horrible instances that I hate where I was an idiot, didn't read what I was buying. I thought this was a bronzer. It's not, it's a pressed powder for darker skin tones, and I hate doing that because I feel like such a idiot. Because obviously darker skin tones have so many problems trying to find products for them anyway, and then I'm just here as a white person in which makeup is catered for me, and I'm buying up products that they need, and I really shouldn't do that, and I feel so bad about it. But then I thought, well actually it's more of a waste for me to then not use the product, so I'm gonna use it and use it up, and it is actually a really, really good bronzer slash contour. It's kind of neutralish. It's almost like a golden undertone, which if you've watched my videos before from ages ago, because I don't post anymore, you will know a golden toned bronzer is it for me. The Rude Cosmetics Go for the Bronze bronzer in I Gave It My All is probably my all-time, will probably never be replaced favourite bronzer ever. For blush, I have this one by XX Revolution. It's called Entice, and other than that, I can't tell you anything about it because it's not written on the packaging. But it matches the cream blush so well, like tell me they weren't made for each other. However, this is very highly pigmented, so I'm going to be very careful with it. But these sorts of blushes are just everything for me. Said I wasn't going to go too heavy. Definitely gone too heavy. I'll stop. For highlight, I've picked the Revolution. There's actually quite a lot of Revolution in here. I'm just trying to use it up, to be honest. Highlighter Reloaded in the shade Golden Lights. It's just a basic yellow, gold, white highlight. But honestly, I had such a string of good luck with highlighters in project pans last year. I think I hit pan on like 3 highlighters, maybe even 4 highlighters last year, which is basically unheard of for me. So I don't expect me to hit pan on this because it's barely been used, but yeah, I have a bit more faith in myself now, at least. This is a nice one. I think this will do for like everyday work, but can also be built up. Be a bit more blinding. Now we'll do brows. We have, again, another Revolution product. This is just their brow pencil in medium brown. The reason I've picked this is because it is slightly too dark for me. And I know that I'm getting my hair lightened in February. So the hope is to use this up before then, or at least get to a point where I know I can do it with a light enough hand where it's not going to look too weird. Next up is the NYX The Brow Glue. I am trying to use up my clear brow gels. I think that was still the case last time I spoke to you all, but essentially I prefer tinted brow gels and I have way too many clear ones. And fun fact, didn't finish up a single brow gel in 2025. So it's going really well. Also, when I say I'm not buying any more products, which I'm not, being sent products by brands doesn't count. I haven't been sent a product by a brand in a long time, but I'm going to try. We're going back to this palette, and again, I'm just going to stick to the browns. I've already filmed, like, essentially this video, but for TikTok, and I obviously used the same products, but I did a different eye look, where I used more of the black and grey, and then I did a purple lower lash line. So if you want to see that, it's on my TikTok. But today I'm playing it safe because, honestly, being back filming feels weird enough. I just need to do something easy. And like I said, I am planning to do some other project pans. I'm planning on doing deck of panning. I started that once and then never did it. But I'm planning on doing that. That starts on the 20th of January. So I think the first video I put up after that will be introducing the deck of panning. Also, in that video, because I don't want to do multiple videos, I'm going to start my other project panning. So I'm thinking of doing like a mini project pan where like all the products are miniature, and then I'm also thinking of doing like 5 eyeshadow palettes to hit pan on, which I'm I have done before and then didn't actually do it. So in fact, I think I did one for 2025 and I think the Bright Mattes was actually in it and I didn't hit pan, didn't really do anything with it. So yeah, better luck this year. Mascara is the Maybelline The Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara. I do like this. I've never worn it for a full day, so I don't actually know if it will smudge or anything like that, but oh, it's in my hair now. I guess I will find out very soon. And if you can't, oh shh, I forgot setting spray. I'm not doing it now because I've just done my mascara, but the Barry M Fresh Face Matte Setting Spray with niacinamide and sugar kelp. There's only a little bit left in it. I reckon like 2 weeks of going to the office and that'll be done. The reason I've picked that is because this is my go-to and has been for a very long time at this point. It's the L'Oreal Infallible 3-Second Setting Mist. I use this every day that I wear makeup. Like if I'm doing makeup and leaving the house, this is going on my face. However, it kind of feels like a hairspray. And that's a lot, and also I feel like it's a lot to be using every single day. My skin doesn't need it, so I'm gonna go for this most of the time, probably for work days, and then this for like special occasions. For lips, you're probably unaware, but over on TikTok I've been doing a series called Keep or Toss where I wear a different lipstick to work every day, wear it for a full day, you know, 8+ hours, film how it looks throughout the day, whether I have to reapply it, give you my thoughts, and then at the end of the video I say whether or not I'm keeping or decluttering the lipstick. And I'm going to be continuing that in 2026 because I have so many lipsticks, you can't even see them on my shelves, but I have so many lipsticks that I just don't wear because I rotate through the same like 5. So this is forcing me to actually consider whether or not I want to keep them, but because of that I can't really put one in my project pan because it won't get the use. So instead I'm putting a lip liner in, and it's kind of like a basic brown lip liner, and then I can sort of pair it with whatever lipstick that I want. Obviously not every lipstick's going to work with it, but a lot of them will. So this is the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner. I can't tell you the shade, it's not written on the pencil. And also I'm kind of not loving e.l.f. right now. So they did an advert with Matt Rife. Now Matt Rife is a comedian who was on TikTok and got a lot of fame and publicity because he was attractive, and then he did like a Netflix special and decided to like make a domestic violence joke against women, which didn't go down very well, especially seeing as the majority of his audience was women because he was attractive. So he kind of annoyed everyone on the internet, and then e.l.f. decided to put him in an advert with the drag queen Heidi in Closet. And that didn't go down very well either. So e.l.f. is not my favourite brand currently. So really any excuse to use up their products without having to promote them loads works for me. And now I'm just going to pick any random lipstick off my little cart that's next to me because these lipsticks have already gone through Keep or Toss and been kept, so they're all fine. This one has actually not been through Keep or Toss, but it has been in enough Project Pan videos to allow it into this one as well. It is the Soph X Revolution creamy lipstick in the shade Syrup. I still have it. Look how little is left though. Maybe as a little side quest I could try and finish this up this year. There we go, that is my 2026 Q1 makeup for Project Pan. I don't know how well you can see it, but it looks fine. I think it's going to do well for a work day. It's not too out there, it's not too crazy. It's nice, it's wearable. I do like the setting spray, sorry it's not on my face. Let me know how I did in my first video back, please. Genuinely feel a little bit awkward doing an outro to a video now. Hopefully this is not the last you see of me in 2026. I really do want to come back to posting. I have missed YouTube. It's a lot, and it has been a lot. This year's been last year has been a lot. But anyway, thank you for watching. Wish me luck with my Project Pan. I will show you guys the progress probably at like the end of March, and then we'll start a new quarter. And like I said, there will be another Project Pan video going up this month, which I will update you on monthly, not quarterly. But I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. Please drop me a comment, let's have a chat, and yeah, welcome back everyone. crazy. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.